Bottoms are getting looser. Alright.
Jesus Christ, imagine all my now watch them swing, watch them swing. Now watch them swing, watch them swing. Go stupid, go.
There we go. See, we hit it with some different ones. There's a lot we can do with them transitions. Moment of truth. And then Okay, I'm messed up one part. I messed up one part, so I gotta fix it. But my goal was if I messed it up, you wouldn't be able to tell. Could you tell if I did something weird or did it look like you're supposed to? What was that? I mean, that presentation, let it go. How do like, I'm present. I don't black out on stage. I did when I was newer, but now it's, I see, I remember the judges' faces, I remember how I feel, I'm listening to the song, like, I'm going to the beat, like, it's just you're vibing. If you're vibing backstage and when you're standing on that ladder, you're listening and like, you're just feeling it. You turn off your brain, you stop thinking. It's muscle memory at that point, and you're just having fun. That is the best presentation you can do. So, I'm really excited, like, doing the work on the front end and I've been practicing every single day, 7 days a week when I'm done with training, or if I'm not training and I go for a walk in the morning, I'm posing, like, for at least 15 minutes, because in order for you to turn off your brain and be able to stop thinking and have fun and bring it, you have to have the reps beforehand. So, definitely don't sleep on posing, it's everything. I have literally beaten girls that I thought looked better than me because I outposed them. Like, you could argue that that's how I got my profile. So, look at your Miss Bikini Olympia, same thing, like presentation. So, definitely do not sleep on your presentation. Practice. You know, find a posing coach who can help you bring out your authentic self in your posing. And because there's a lot of wrong information out there about posing as far as like, we're not flirting with the judges, we're not looking at the judges like their boyfriend, we're not opening our mouths, we're not overly sexualizing what we're doing. And that's one thing about bodybuilding that I really stand on. It's like, no judgments, but like, as a posing coach, I'm not overly sexualizing posing, I'm not over sexualizing the sport, none of it. It's very professional, this is my job, this is my life, I love it. I have, clients who have daughters and have children, so I'm always thinking about professional, elegant, classy, sophisticated. That is what I want to bring to the stage, and that's what I want to help my clients bring to the stage. So, practice correctly, get good information, and bring the fire out there, you know what I'm saying? So, just finished posing. Now I got my post-workout meal here. It's a couple 200 grams of rice, 75 grams of ground turkey, and then 15 grams of almond butter, and then a little bit of pink salt. That's it. So no flavor outside of the almond butter and the salt. I actually mixed the almond butter into the meat and rice, which sounds weird, but it's actually surprisingly good. I actually forgot the almond butter with my meal before this. I was like, who does that? That's like everybody's favorite part. But anyways, after this, I'm just gonna walk for like 5 to 10 minutes on the treadmill and then wrap it up and head home. So, like, all the feels in peak week and just all things to consider is like, I'm just so grateful that we have amazing gyms like this in Vegas, that we have Patrick Sampson, who's an amazing promoter. Like, he's putting on the show for us. He has pro wellness, and just like, if you don't really understand the way bodybuilding works, it's very expensive to have a pro division at your show. It's a lot that goes to
you know, the IFBB to provide this for us. So the fact that he does that, you know, early in the year, so that way, you know, if we're bold enough to diet through the holidays and we're ready to go in the spring, you know, there's a place for us. And I know that there's girls coming in from Brazil. I know there's girls coming in from Canada. So it's gonna be a massive international show. Like, it's amazing what Patrick is doing for us. Not to mention, he shows up at the posing clinics and, you know, gives numbers to the athletes and is, you know, encouraging everybody and inviting them to come to his show, which so few promoters do, as far as like actually getting out in the community and like promoting their show. Like, it sounds like that's something that everybody would want to be doing, but nobody does it like he does. So it's really, really cool that he's so involved with, you know, the amateur and the pro athletes, and he's providing opportunities for everybody. And then, you know, beyond that, especially like going into this pro season, I've done one pro show before, which was the Arnold Classic. That was my pro debut. But going into like a season where I'm going to do potentially more than one show, it's like, you know, the sponsors that help, like I'm sponsored by First Form, I'm sponsored by Goddess Glam. They're the ones who are, you know, hooking me up with my suit. I've never felt so good in a suit. Like, you know, not all of us have like, you know, big, giant, amazing breast augmentation. So it's like the suit companies that can help us out for those of us that don't have like the biggest chest ever is super, super important to like you're nailing your confidence on stage. Like, I've never had a top fit so well. I just put it on for the first time the other day, so I'm like still thinking about it. But I'm really, really excited. And plus, Goddess Glam Mariah, she's down in Texas, and I love Texas. Like, I feel like most people love Texas, but I love a good Texas brand. And you know, obviously First Form. I'm actually low-key going to try to go to St. Louis because there's a wellness pro show there, and that's actually where the First Form headquarters is. So I'm going to try to go and like do a whole weekend and train at the facility and do the show and make a whole thing out of it. Just because I really, you know, with First Form, like obviously the products are really quality, but I love, he's not the CEO anymore, but Andy Frisella, I religiously believe in everything he's doing. Like, I love the real American freedom concept and kind of like, personal excellence being the ultimate rebellion, and really focusing on like elevating every area of our life. And it really does start with us as the individual, our body, our mindset, you know, financially getting fit there as well, and just everything that company is about. So I've never been in more alignment going into a show when it comes to like, you know, my prep, my relationship with Charles. He's like the best. I have the best support system. My best friend Sam. Like, I've been training with Shannon. I have an amazing training partner who's actually doing the same show. Sam and Shannon are both kind of my training partners. I train with both of them every single week, and you know, they've been monumental in like helping me push and everything. And you know, it's just it really does take a team. Like, it's you getting on stage, but like, you know, the more alignment that you can have with the people around you, with the companies that you associate yourself with, not just whoever's going to throw money at you, but who you really believe in and what you really believe in, and not just picking any show, picking a promoter who shows up and like supporting them back through your actions. Like, as consumers, every choice that we make affects the big businesses on something. Like, it starts at the individual. So I'm always, you know, being mindful of like the companies I'm supporting, who I'm supporting, what am I showing up to, who am I investing my money into, and what are they doing for the betterment of, you know, the community. So I definitely try to take it a step further, and I know that's so much, and it's a lot to think about, you know, especially for those of us. I wasn't always a fitness person. I used to be in the military. I worked 2 jobs. Like, I've been doing this for 10 years throughout many stages of life before this was like the main thing that I did. So I know what it's like to be working multiple jobs, crazy hours. I know what it's like to be on deployment trying to follow a diet. So it's a lot, but it's totally worth it. It's worth the investment. It's worth learning what you're investing into and who's going to invest back into you and what's going to contribute to the betterment of your local community, but also, you know, our community as a whole. So anyways, I don't want to ramble too much, but thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, click the bell button, follow Stage Ready Media. You guys can follow me at That Nutrition Chick on Instagram. I also have a YouTube channel if you guys want to check it out, but yeah, I think that's everything, right? Did I check all the boxes?